Hello everyone, number 6, Rogue Ninja Clan, and today we will be trying a new type of video. We will be doing an in-depth character analysis. This is going to be the first one of these videos I've done, and I know what most of you are thinking, but wait a minute, Mystic does this all the time. Mystic watch, I'm pretty sure, I don't even need to mention who this man is. Like, if you're on YouTube and you're into Naruto Blazing, you know who this man is. You know who this man is. If you don't know who this man is, I don't know what you've been doing. I just don't know. I'll leave a link down below, but you have to know who this man is. But yeah, he's just been really busy, so I thought I'd give it a shot, and I put out my own analysis. But yeah, we'll be looking at Hashirama Senju Bravery Unrivaled, right? This is the latest Blazing Fest unit to be released. He's a body unit, and this is part 1 of part 2 of a 2-part Blazing Fest for the anniversary. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Alright guys, so some important things to note before we even fully dive into this analysis, right? The majority of this analysis will be dealing with pure facts, right? I'll be giving you some pure, hard, rock hard, just cold, brutal facts I'll be tossing at you guys about Hashirama, about what he's good for, what he might not be good for, like basically an in-depth analysis. But I'll try to keep like my opinions on him to a minimum unless it's based by set facts, right? So that's very important to note. So if you're here for my just a general opinion, you're not gonna get that. You're gonna get a lot of hardcore facts about this man. And I will say, I will give my opinion whether I think he's worth it or not. And like maybe, right? Maybe it's like he has his utilities. He has his. We'll get into it. We'll get into all of that stuff. Also, down below I will be linking some Reddit links, again, for people that like to read, people that like to know where I'm getting all this information from. A lot of it is being pulled from Reddit and a little bit of math, right? So I'll leave all that down below for you guys to look at, so you could do that. You could do that should you choose to. But yeah, let's begin. All right, so the first thing we're gonna look at is just his base stat. With max HP and max attack, he has 1826, not 1826, 1806, and for his attack it's 1326, right? So he's a long range unit, so his attack is fairly alright for a body unit. But also when you add in pills, it goes up to about, for his HP you get 300 boost, so that's going to be about 2106, and for his max attack you're looking at about 1426, right? His field skill and buddy skills is really where he shines, in my opinion, because he gives you both buddy heal when he is in the back row, but also when he's out in front he also gives you field heal, right? So he heals for days. And for a body unit where they have been getting a lot of healers with the Sakura and such, but body is one of the weakest, if not the weakest type currently in Naruto, in Blazing. But his field skill and buddy skill more than compensate. He's solid for healing. Well, for stall healing anyway. If you're gonna stall, you're gonna heal, I would recommend him for that. So let's look at his jutsus really quick, right? He's a 4-8 chakra, so that's also good. That's another like great point for him. He only needs 4 chakra for his jutsu, 8 for his ultimate, so stalling that up shouldn't take too much. And it hits for a good amount of damage. His jutsu is the second hardest hit in jutsu currently for body units. He's only outclassed by Edo Itachi, and not by that much. And if you look at his ultimate, he's currently the number one. Like, I'll show you the numbers in a bit, but he is the number 1 top hidden body unit currently in the game. Nobody hits harder than him for body. He has a 15x attack multiplier. And the one thing I like that this game has been doing is they've been giving some of these characters really high multipliers. Granted, his attack right now is like it's decent, but you have to think long term, right? He's gonna get a limit break. It's just the nature of this game. Everyone gets a limit break at a certain point. So when he does get a limit break and his attack boost, that 15x multiplier is gonna come in clutch. It really is. And being a 4A chakra unit just puts him above and beyond. So again, there's a lot of plus to this character. There also, like, the major drawback, in my personal opinion, might just be his abilities, but we'll get to that. Because he also has in his jutsu and in his ultimate some utility, right? So it's not just pure damage. There's utility that comes along with it. So in the jutsu, he has a 60% chance of recovery ceiling and or reducing their attack for 4 turns. So he can hit for both, or he can hit for either or, and it's a 60% chance. That's relatively high. And I mean, if you guys are pros at this game, you know, you could just pop out that Izanagi and you could get it, right? So that's what I love about these things. When they drop stuff like this, it's if you solo, you're almost guaranteed it if you're smart about how you play. And for his ultimate, he has a 50% chance of immobilization for 2 turns and jutsu stealing, right, for 6 turns. So again, you can get both. You have a 50% chance to hit immobilization and jutsu stealing, or one or the other. Of course, immobilization is only for 2 turns, jutsu stealing is for 6, but I mean that's still good. So his jutsu and his ultimate are pretty, like, I would think they're good. They're pretty solid. Like for a body unit, I think overall, like from this alone, he's a solid unit. Now, where he falls short is what we're going to talk about next. Because his abilities, to most, right, he's going to be where they are like, oh, I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this, man. I don't know about all this. I don't know. So yeah, let's talk about that. Alright guys, so next what I would like to talk about would be his abilities, right? And this is where most people, this is where the red flag is for a large majority of people. They see these abilities and they're like, but why? Why would I need any of this? I don't. And the last one is the best one, and it's like, are they really gonna make me pull 6 of him to get that? Do they think I'm a whale? Like, what is Bandai doing, right? And I understand for the most part some of your struggles. It's like, we don't need heart reduction. We don't need bravery or wisdom. Most of the times when we're using these units, we're not using them in a circumstance where any of these damage reductions, except possibly the last one, would be very effective for us. But what I think Bandai was, or at least what I'm gonna assume, like, this is where the opinion comes in, right? Because I don't understand. I'll just try to justify it the best I can. What I think Bandai was thinking when they gave Hashirama these abilities was PvP, because PvP released around the same time this banner did, and what they were like thinking is like, oh yeah, people are gonna wail out on this man because of all these abilities, and they're gonna go into PvP, they're gonna bust him out, and it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you can't touch this, because it's 25% damage reduction, so it is a fair amount, right? He's reducing everyone's damage should you potentially have him max out by 25%. So that's 1/4. That's just less damage that you're taking. So I think Bandai was more looking at it in that aspect. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make him like a strong body unit with his stats, but with his abilities, we're gonna make him more utilizable in Ninja Clash. And the reason I'm not going to talk about his Ninja Clash stats only because that stuff is subject to change. And I don't want someone to come back to this after it changes like, oh yeah, you were wrong, this is all false information. So I'm not going to include the Ninja Clash stats yet. Like, when it drops, if anything, I might do like an update, or I might just like drop it in the description. But yeah, so he is like, I think their mindset with the abilities were Ninja Clash. They're going to wail out. He's gonna be utilized there, and I've played Ninja Clash. Right now I'm like a second Dan Ambu. Yeah, I put in that work. I'm gloating. That's right. I did that. Growing up, I'm gonna be Kage, yo. Kage, maybe, maybe, but not the point. I got sidetracked there. That's why I think these abilities were originally incorporated into this unit. They were incorporated not so much for impact missions or raids or story or PC. I think it was specifically for him to be more utilizable in the new game mode in Ninja Clash. So that's my take on his abilities. Like, again, people are gonna have their own opinion. This is just mine. These are what it is. That last ability is it's the best ability, but if you take into consideration the wide range of things, it's good to have. It's good to have them all if you're trying to do PvP. That's all I'm gonna say on it. That's all I'm gonna say on it. Onto the damage. Let's just see what he does. Let's look at his damage. Let's look at what he hits for. Let's do it. Alright guys, so when doing the damage calculations, I split it up like this. I split it up into his damage calculations and then his damage per chakra. Yeah, kind of copy that from Mystic too. Yeah, I'm guilty. A lot of this format. I'm not even gonna. I did talk to him about it, right? So it's not like I'm just stealing all the stuff. I reached out to him. I'm like, I like what you're doing. Is it cool if I do it? He said okay. So it's not like I'm just stealing all his stuff. I've asked for permission. Right? So yeah. And I think I forgot to mention this, but both the jutsu and the ultimate are AoE. So when I said top hidden units, I meant that in terms of AoE unit, right? So his jutsu is the second hardest hidden AoE jutsu for body units, and his ultimate is the hardest body hidden jutsu for AoE. And he has a vast range on his ultimate. I also forgot to mention that. So that's important to take into account. Like, he's hitting everyone with that. It's very hard for him to miss anyone when using his ultimate jutsu. But yeah, let's get into the damage calculation. So his jutsu, he has a 6x multiplier. So when you take into consideration his pill boost plus his base attack, you're looking at him hitting for 8,556 damage. And if he's going up against a heart unit, he's hitting for 12,834. So he's hitting, he's taking them out. That's some pretty high damage right there. And for his ultimate with that 15, look at that 15x multiplier. Again, when taking into consideration the pill boost, he's hitting for 21,390. And against a heart unit, he's bodying that heart unit 32,085. It's not even a competition. So the reason I included the damage per chakra is for it's a very sensible reason. When you take that into consideration, it's very important, because when you consider how easy it is for him to stall up and get his chakra, and then the damage that he does per it's ridiculous. He's doing more than 2,000 damage on his jutsu. That's crazy. And when you take into consideration that if he goes up against a heart unit, that's what I put in the parentheses right there. That's his damage per chakra against heart units. Look at the ultimate. Just look at the ultimate. That's crazy. Against a heart unit, that's ridiculous. But again, his ultimate does do more damage, right? I know there's at least, I think there is one or two ultimates out there that when you do the math, it breaks down to less damage per chakra. But for him, it's better for you if you use his ultimate than his jutsu. Of course, it's a little bit longer stall. So if you're playing like PvP, maybe try to stall if you can. But if you can't, I mean, the jutsu it's only a 500 point difference, but it does add up, right? Because when you do the 6x multiplier, it stacks. It's crazy. But I included all this just for like your knowledge. So when you look back on it, you can see how hard of a hitter this man is. So I know most people are like skipping him just because like Sasuke and Naruto are coming, like Sage 6-pack, Rene Sasuke. I totally understand it. But maybe not just maybe think about it, because remember, in these banners, I don't believe Hashirama is featured at all. So what Bandai has been doing is they've been taking out these Blazing Fest units. So now when Blazing Fest comes, you don't know who you're getting. So again, I just put this out for you guys to understand. Maybe you don't want to sleep on this banner. Maybe Hashirama is someone you can use on your team. He's currently one of the best body units out there. And I know his skills might not be something to look at, but I mean, you have to take like the whole the whole concept, right? You have to take all game modes into consideration when you're looking at these units, and I think that's something Bandai tried to do, right? Again, this is a little bit more opinion based, but I think when Bandai was doing this was something they were looking at. They're like, how can we make this unit most useful overall? Not in one specific mode, but overall. And this is just probably what they came up with. It's probably what they came up with. But yeah, guys, that's just my overall 2 cents on this character, what I think of it, what I think he's useful for. And again, I try to keep this as much factually based as I can, right? Because I don't want misinformation getting out there or false statements being said. So I try my best to keep it as to the facts. Little bit of opinion, but to the facts as I can. Again, big shout out to Mystic. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel down below. If you don't know who he is, you're a bad blazing YouTuber watcher, cause like that man is everywhere. But again, I'll leave that down below. I'll also leave, as mentioned, those Reddit links down below. I'm gonna leave one for Hashirama's page. I'm gonna leave another one for there's a great Redditor, amazing person. He does written guides on all these characters too, so you can see what he thinks, and he ranks all of them. So I'm gonna leave his description down below as well. And yeah, as always, guys, if you guys like the content, if you guys want me to keep doing these videos, just let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I might do the other ones if I might do all the characters. Who knows, right? I can if I want. I can if you want me to. Just let me know. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Goodbye.